Have you ever found yourself lying in bed, hand over your chest, feeling your heartbeat, and wondering, is this normal? Maybe it happens after climbing a flight of stairs or carrying the groceries in from the car, or maybe it's just a random moment of breathlessness that lingers longer than you remember it used to. These little moments, so easy to brush off, become louder with age. And you're not imagining it. As we grow older, our heart quietly asks for more attention, more care, and more understanding. It's not a sign of weakness, it's simply part of the journey. Now, I want you to know this right off the bat. Heart disease is not a sentence. It's not something you have to sit back and accept just because you're over 60. In fact, with the right knowledge and daily choices, you can dramatically reduce your risk and even start turning things around today. This video is here to help you do just that, not with fear, but with real encouraging solutions that fit into the life you're already living. So let's talk about why heart disease tends to creep in more after 60. It isn't about a single moment or one bad habit. It's the result of gradual changes happening inside your body. Over time, your blood vessels naturally become less flexible. Think of it like an old garden hose. When it's new, water flows freely. But after years of wear, that hose stiffens and cracks, making it harder for water to move through. The same happens in your arteries. Years of wear, combined with things like stress, diet, and lifestyle, start to slow that beautiful rhythm your heart depends on. But here's something many people don't realize. Aging also affects your body's ability to process cholesterol and regulate blood pressure. It's not just about what you eat anymore, it's about how your body handles what you eat. Even if you've eaten the same way for years, after 60, that same diet might not work the same way. Your liver processes fats more slowly, your metabolism shifts, and that sneaky buildup of plaque in the arteries? It might have started quietly in your 40s or 50s, and only now is it starting to cause symptoms you notice. But let's pause for a second. I don't want you to feel discouraged, because here's the good news. You still have so much power to support your heart. And it starts with small, consistent shifts that make a bigger difference than you think. For example, let's talk about something as simple as walking. I know it might sound too basic, but walking isn't just movement, it's medicine. A 20 to 30-minute walk each day helps lower blood pressure, regulate blood sugar, and improve circulation. And it doesn't have to be fast or fancy. Just moving your body regularly sends a message to your heart that you're showing up for it. And over time, your heart returns the favor. Now let's go even deeper. One of the most overlooked heart risks after 60 is chronic inflammation. You might not feel it the way you'd feel a fever or an ache, but inflammation is like a slow burning fire in your body, and it puts a strain on your heart without you even realizing it. This inflammation can be sparked by things like processed foods, lack of sleep, poor gut health, and even loneliness. Yes, loneliness. Studies have shown that isolation and lack of meaningful connection can raise your risk for heart disease just as much as smoking or a poor diet. It's wild, right? But it also makes sense. Your heart isn't just an organ, it's where emotion lives. When we feel disconnected or chronically stressed, our bodies respond physically. Cortisol levels rise, blood pressure climbs, and inflammation sticks around. That's why community, joy, and purpose are not optional. They are part of the prescription for heart health. So if you've been telling yourself, well, I don't really have close friends anymore, or I don't go out much, but that's just how I like it, pause and ask yourself if you're truly content or just used to the routine, because your heart knows the difference. And the more we nurture our emotional well-being, the stronger our physical heart becomes. Now another key factor, sleep. We often chalk poor sleep up to aging, but it's more than just tossing and turning. Poor sleep, especially if you're snoring, gasping for air, or waking up tired, can put serious pressure on your heart. Conditions like sleep apnea often go undiagnosed in older adults, and they silently increase your risk of heart failure and arrhythmia. If your partner says you snore or you feel like you're dragging through your mornings, it might be time to talk to your doctor. Better sleep means better heart rhythm, lower blood pressure, and improved energy. And who doesn't want more of that? You don't have to become a fitness guru or live on salad and supplements to protect your heart. You just have to pay attention to the signals, honor the changes happening in your body, and treat your health like it deserves a front row seat in your life, not a back burner afterthought. Let's keep going, because now that we've explored what's happening beneath the surface, we're going to talk about specific actions you can take right now, habits, foods, and mindset shifts that give your heart the love and strength it deserves. When we start talking about protecting the heart after 60, most people immediately think of food, and for good reason. What we eat is the fuel that runs every single beat. But here's the catch. The healthy choices you made at 40 may not be the right ones for you now. Your body's needs change, and so should your approach to eating. Let's start with a truth that surprises many people. Low-fat everything isn't necessarily the answer anymore. In fact, overly processed diet foods often contain more sugar and additives, which can spike inflammation and harm your heart. Your heart loves healthy fats, think avocado, nuts, olive oil, because they help manage cholesterol and keep your arteries flexible. It's not about removing fat, it's about choosing the right kind of fat. And speaking of cholesterol, it's time to think of it differently. For years, we've been told that cholesterol is the enemy, but the truth is more nuanced. Your body actually needs cholesterol to build cells and make hormones. The problem comes when LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol, gets too high and starts clogging your arteries. One of the simplest changes you can make? Add more soluble fiber to your plate. Foods like oats, beans, apples, and sweet potatoes act like a gentle sponge in your bloodstream, soaking up excess cholesterol before it has a chance to stick to your artery walls. Now let's talk about something a lot of people skip: hydration. It's easy to think, I'm not thirsty, so I must be fine. But dehydration thickens your blood, making your heart work harder. And as we age, our thirst signals aren't as strong as they used to be. Even mild dehydration can raise your heart rate and blood pressure. So instead of waiting until you're thirsty, make sipping water a habit throughout the day. Herbal teas, water with lemon, or even water-rich foods like cucumbers and watermelon can all help. But diet is only part of the story. Your emotional and mental health have a direct line to your physical heart. This isn't just feel-good advice, it's medical reality. When you're stressed, your body releases hormones that tighten your blood vessels and increase your heart rate. It's like running a marathon without moving a muscle. And if that stress is constant, your heart never gets the break it needs. One of the most powerful heart-protecting habits you can develop is learning to bring your body back to a state of calm each day. This doesn't have to mean sitting cross-legged in meditation for an hour, though if that's your thing, go for it. It can be as simple as taking 5 slow breaths before you get out of bed, walking outside in the fresh air, listening to music that lifts your mood, or calling someone you love. Small moments of calm have a big cumulative effect on your heart. Another thing we need to address is movement, real, consistent movement. And no, this doesn't mean hours in the gym or intense workouts. Your heart responds beautifully to steady, moderate activity. Gardening, dancing in your kitchen, swimming, tai chi, or even cleaning your house with a little extra energy all count. The trick is to make it part of your daily rhythm so it becomes as natural as brushing your teeth. Your goal isn't to exhaust yourself, it's to give your heart the daily stimulation it needs to stay strong. But here's something most people never think about: muscle strength. We usually connect muscles with mobility, but they're also critical for heart health. Strong muscles help your body use oxygen more efficiently, which means your heart doesn't have to work as hard. They also improve your balance, reduce fall risk, and help regulate blood sugar, another huge factor in heart health. Even light strength training with resistance bands or small weights can make a noticeable difference in a matter of weeks. The truth is, protecting your heart is not about one giant overhaul. It's about stacking small, manageable actions that add up over time. You're not trying to be perfect, you're trying to be consistent. And the more consistent you are, the more your heart will reward you with better energy, steadier moods, and a longer, healthier life. Now we've talked about food, hydration, stress, movement, and muscle strength. But there's another critical piece that often gets ignored, even though it can silently make or break your heart health. That's what we'll get into next, and it's something you can start improving today, no matter your age or current fitness level. One of the most overlooked parts of heart health, especially after 60, is sleep. It's tempting to brush it off and think, I'll just catch up later. But your heart doesn't get that luxury. Every night while you sleep, your heart rate and blood pressure naturally dip, giving your cardiovascular system the rest and repair it desperately needs. When you don't get enough quality sleep or your sleep is constantly interrupted, your blood pressure stays higher for longer periods of time. Over months and years, that creates real strain on your arteries. It's not just about hours, it's about deep, restorative rest. Many older adults deal with conditions like sleep apnea without realizing it. If you often wake up tired even after a full night's sleep, or if someone has told you that you snore loudly or stop breathing at times during the night, it's worth talking to your doctor. Sleep apnea is a hidden but serious risk factor for heart disease, and getting it treated can be life-changing for both your heart and your energy levels. And here's something else that might surprise you. Your social life is also part of your heart's health plan. Isolation and loneliness aren't just emotional challenges, they can have physical effects. People who feel disconnected are more likely to develop high blood pressure, inflammation, and even heart disease. Your heart thrives when you feel connected, valued, and engaged with life. That could mean joining a local walking group, volunteering, taking a class, or even scheduling regular phone calls with friends or family. Social connection literally lowers stress hormones, strengthens your immune system, and improves overall heart function. But let's be honest, sometimes, even when we know what to do, it's hard to stick with it. Life gets busy, motivation dips, and old habits creep back in. That's why the key isn't trying to overhaul your life all at once. It's building small, repeatable routines you actually enjoy. If you hate the treadmill, don't use it. If you'd rather eat warm oatmeal than a cold salad, do that. The best plan for your heart is the one you'll follow day after day because it fits your life. And please remember, none of this is about perfection. Heart health isn't a straight line. There will be days when you don't get enough sleep, you miss your walk, or you eat something you know isn't the best choice. That doesn't erase your progress. What matters is that you keep showing up for your health the next day, and the next, and the next. Your heart will respond to consistency far more than it will to guilt or punishment. If you're hearing all this and feeling like it's too late, let me assure you, it's not. The heart is an incredibly adaptive muscle. Even in your 70s, 80s, or beyond, it can grow stronger and healthier with the right care. I've seen people in their later years turn around their energy, their stamina, and their outlook on life simply by making small, intentional changes. You don't need to climb mountains to protect your heart. You just need to start with the next step in front of you. So, here's my challenge for you. Pick one thing from what we've talked about today, just one, and start doing it daily. Drink more water, take a 10-minute walk, add an extra serving of vegetables, call a friend, go to bed 30 minutes earlier. These aren't just habits, they're investments in more years of laughter, movement, and moments with the people you love. Your heart has been working for you, without a break, since the very first moment of your life. Isn't it worth giving it the care it needs to keep beating strong for many more years to come? Before you go, if you found this helpful, take a look at the affiliate links in the description for tools and resources that can help you on your heart health journey. And when you're done here, watch the next video on your screen. It's packed with even more simple, powerful ways to protect your health and live vibrantly at any age. Here's to living your best life, with a heart that's ready for every moment ahead.